Good morning.
Hello, class. Welcome back. We start each day with a little theory session, a little talk, right? So, just reflecting on this, um, we get a lot of comments and a lot of personal messages. And, we're trying to debunk some of the false claims about things not working, right? So I just wanted to address this. Fellow writes, I beg you to take a serious look at those rear axles. Now that you have the rear wheels on the frame, take a measurement from the bottom of the frame to the ground. Once you know what that measurement is, write it down. Now sit on the frame and take another measurement to see how much the axles are flexing. Does that take into consideration how much pressure of air is in the tires, how much the tires squat? Does that take into account that the fabrication isn't finished on the rear? Or is that just giving lip service to a potential failure? Jamie, you brought up a good point earlier
What did I bring up?
about how men dogpile onto other men, trying to take them down for either not creating enough, being complacent,
Moving fast enough.
the whole thing. And this is a perfect example of that. Whether or not you have best interest in mind or not, and we do appreciate the comments.
We really do.
That's why we're taking time to talk about this.
Yeah, this morning I brought up to Ian about how women in society, if you're not young enough or pretty enough, and I've noticed with comments, and it's cool, like you can still comment your haterade comments, but on men it's productivity. And you
He
know,
continues.
oh, oh, well then.
How long do you think your frame will last with the axles rubbing on the metal? Perhaps the axles will wear out before the frame does. I can't believe you didn't put any bearing on the axles. You know what I responded? You're way off, man. Let's review. Here, let's get the flop on the fork.
Flop out the fork.
Do the axles have potential to flex at this point? Heck yeah, they do. Are there bearings on that axle?
I have no idea.
Apparently, he doesn't either. Bearing A, bearing B. I rest my case, Your Honor. On the upside of things,
Yes.
we get a lot of personal messages, as I mentioned. So check this out. This is a fella who really helped me in the beginning. Aside from Victor, there's a lot. This fellow's name is Baron. We did a lot of work together in the first few years. And I guess he visited Victor. And I saw this guy at a car show once, maybe in the last 18 years. And we know each other on Facebook, Instagram. He's built a lot of awesome cars. But just like, he don't owe me nothing. I don't owe him nothing, right? But I just get this random voice message out of nowhere.
Improve. Ian, congratulations. Over the years, your work has really, really improved. I'm really happy for you. Thanks for the memory.
See? Not all bad comments on this side, so we'll carry on.
I didn't realize that we were going to do this, but we really do appreciate all the comments, good and bad, because it does help the channel.
I didn't want it to come off like we were bagging on people for
But
just making comments.
overwhelmingly, the comments are, you guys, it's so supportive and it's so incredible. And I know I'm not timely on emails as of late, but I'm going to respond to all your emails eventually. So we just really appreciate you guys taking the time to comment, even the negative ones. But yo, guys.
Well, that's what I wanted to say too, is that you know, good or bad, it's engagement, and we appreciate that.
Right.
I don't want to come off like we're just picking
Right.
on people, like, oh, look at this clown
Right.
dialing in saying this. It's like
But
there's a lot of
but men
positivity.
should take it easy on themselves. Like we're not our productivity does not define us. It does not. Just like women and our age and our beauty, it doesn't define us. So take it easy on y'all self. Enjoy the journey. Ian and I are having so much fun doing this. So, and look at this thing.
It's got bearings.
It's so cool.
What we're going to do today is figure out a body. We know we had a couple theories about this thing, right? So we're not deviating from the initial idea of some kind of a C-cab style thing. But I want to go farther. We're going to make it out of some square tube. It's on the floor right behind. It's, I think, 3/4, half-inch square. But we want this faceted shape, kind of like the coffin, this diamond-ish sort of thing. And for me, how do we start, right? We're not 100% pinned on the actual track width in the back. We can go as far out as 4 feet, as I was describing, kind of there. And when I sat on it yesterday with the tires as I just stuck them in, it was pretty clear that my hips weren't going to do that. I need them further out. So
Hips don't lie.
I think the saying was loose hips sink ships. Wide hips sink ships. I don't remember. Let me get my step. So I think these are 42-inch waist pantalones. But let's see what it comes down to and get these tires shifting in. Because I sat down, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that tire rubbing on me. So I mean, bare minimum, we're talking that. But probably gonna want a little bit wider for comfort. So let's take 2 measurements. Me sitting here, because I want to ride it like this. All right, there it is. So if my head's up and I'm on a cushion, we're gonna want this about 45. You can see it's high tech already, right from the jump. So we're
Very
45 tall. My eyes, when I'm riding, are gonna be at 40. 45, 40, and how wide? Let's write it down so we don't forget. We took that bit of advice. So, 45, 40 up the front. Our official calculator says 2 feet. So I'm going to take it to 28 inches. That way I have extra room for the body to not rub on those tires. So we're going 28. So that being said, you know, we want this funky kind of thing, right? So I was thinking, you know, maybe a proportion, something like this, like that, and like that.
Oh God.
That sounded great. Like nails on the chalkboard.
Literally.
Right? So this would be 45. This would be 40, or even lower. But let's take this off the table and start the layout. Let's see where we are with this one in comparison. Pretty close. This is 48 tall. But see, I love this angle. Let's just trace this out and work off of this one, because the general proportion of this I thought was pretty cool. We're going to want a little bit more of a straight shot. So we're going to go from there to there. We're only 45 tall. Just take this, like that. Come to 45. So that's max.
You're really enjoying that chalk.
I'm already seeing a bit.
Huh?
I'm already seeing a bit. I'm seeing something. I'll have to figure it out. All right. So that's the max height. But you know, we want this feeling. Right? Roughly, say to there. So what angle looks good? You know, this looks pretty kind of cool, right? So if we come to here, that's not going to look good. We got to bring this. Like, where does it look right? If I'm looking at it from the side, I almost feel like that looks right. Yeah, I almost feel like that even looks better. And like, see the angle here that I drew?
Mm-hmm.
We took that over here to that.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Right? You end up kind of like that. Let's bend a piece of steel like that and see. Because I think that, like with the tire, right? So you got your tire here. Nope, person's not going to fit. Definitely not going to fit. We're about to invent a new level of envisioning.
A new level of what?
Envisioning. I'm going to ask you, this is real world engineering. The chalk, not a.
Ah.
So.
Are you going to get up and lay on your side? Am I going to like trace you like
Like a dead body?
yeah, like you did like as a kid?
Am I sitting on the tire?
Yes. Wow. I don't know how well I'm getting that, but
Am I in the vehicle?
okay, so your butt is on the tire and you are in the vehicle,
Trace me.
but then you're kind of out over
Right,
there.
trace my shoulder.
So just your shoulder? Okay. Like that?
Is it marking on the table?
Yep.
There
You want
go.
me to do your whole body?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. This is tricky. This is a new level of YouTube production and don't mind Ian's butt. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you, nurse.
Yeah. Oh,
Perfect. Be right between the tires. So now we're somewhere here for the reach out. But I'm thinking 40 inches up is pretty tall. Let's take it to 36. Yeah, something like that. All right.
Wow.
It's a rough estimate. Let's waste some material, see what happens. Now I think with this, we might be able to bend it. Because those aren't really hard angles. Well, no, this one's 90. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut them and weld them. So let's lay it out. We got one piece, well, two pieces, we're gonna double it. We got two at 37. 37 times two, quick. $19 times 2, 30. And we'll leave these long just because 3 feet. All right, so we got two representations here. But I don't think I want them flat on the side like this.
You're going to make it more multi-dimensional.
I think so. Let's take one of these and sit on the chassis. All right, so as to not bend the axles, they're going to put a box under here. This, this. Like that, huh?
Mm-hmm. Because you said you wanted to scrunch up as you're driving.
Yeah, no,
right?
you're driving it like this. But there's plenty of room on my back, huh?
Yes.
Let's put this up on a table and take a look. So my thought was that this mimics the angle of the forks.
Ah.
Just got to pull back just a little bit. Dig it?
Yep.
That's what's happening. So we're going to start to frame this out. I'm going to put stops on this ultimately so we don't get that huge flop. Probably put a stop right around there. It's inherent with this design of the fork. All right, so let's do this. Let's measure the back of this. So the rear of this, where it's straight through, we can get about 10 inches. So let's make some spreaders at 10 inches. That's too narrow. My hips were 2 feet. So let's go 2 foot spread. It's 28. Let's go 20 inches, 22 inches. 2 pieces at 22. Yeah, I'll sit there. The body will be that wide at the very bottom. Cool. So I'll go from 22, it's 22 right there. Okay, so now we have this, but we don't want, I don't want it to remain at 2 feet wide in the front. Let's center this, half of that, 23, 11.5, half of the table, 48, 24, square. So halfway here, just double check this, coming out to 51, 51 and a quarter. 51 and a quarter, cool. And find the center of the table. So 24 and 1/8. There. Mark that across. All right, so how wide do we want it in the front? Do you have an answer?
2.5 feet? I don't know.
I want it as wide as the front forks.
Ah. Oh, so you're gonna go slimmer.
7.5.
Ooh.
Half of 7.5 is 3 5/8. Is it? Am I imagining? 3 5/8. 3 7.5. I'm going to put one quick spot weld on the table just to hold this in place. A lot of welders won't weld to their workbench. But I'm not one of them. right. Let's check out these legs here. We got 35.5. Check. Here. Ooh, we got the magnet of doom. Watch out. Cause everything to go wrong. There it is. So this one is gonna be 18.25. Okay, cool. So that's that first part.
That's the trick there.
Oh yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm in it, right?
Yeah.
Not sticking out the back.
Huh?
You look too short.
No, it fits you perfectly. Yeah.
This is cool. You got like a little
Yeah,
slot.
because you're right, like,
Yeah, and there'll be a pad.
yeah. No, it's, here, let me just go back.
Look at it from the front too.
Okay, I'm going to do a whole full 360.
I really like this. Like you're just looking through a little.
Yeah, like, well, it's like that video game
Yeah, exactly.
inspiration. Heck yes.
Okay, so now the opening. You gotta have some kind of like a C-cab style opening. That's where the challenge continues. I think I should follow that angle, huh?
Yes.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this wide. Yeah, I'm gonna make that a little bit wider so it's faceted like this. So I'm gonna make 2 more at this angle. See what happens. Make a quick template of that angle. We're going to want this one. This is 9 off the floor. Want this one 9 off the floor. So that's at the E in Home Depot. So we're going to need at least, make it long, we'll go 22. And if this is horizontal-ish, go 22 by 20, 22 by 28. That's 44 by 56. Cut 2 pieces. I think I'm going to do that. It's going to be very strong. It's going to be sheeted in. So I was going to make this an open side frame, but now looking at this, I'm not really losing anything. I just bring this up just a little bit. This will just be hidden. It's going to come off somewhere into that. So this will help make it strong, make a mark. Probably going to want to, I'm going to put a stick to the table right in the front just to support it. Let me make this mark. Put a little structure right down there. Make sure we're still at the angle we want. Trying to get no sag in this action. Yup.
I like it.
Huh?
I like it.
All right, let me tag a quick little lock onto that. All right, so I'm just going to hit that with a 13 3/8 piece of round stock. See, if you look here, point the camera right here, you'll see how it's wider towards the tire.
Mm-hmm.
Dig it?
Yes.
See, the rear is inboard. You got this space right here, so it's going to be sort of coffin-esque.
Gotcha.
So see what I'm doing? Just concentrating on this one side, but I'm setting up everything for the opposite side. So I have that angle. I have this brace. Now we're going to make this piece here. It's going to come to 0. So yeah, probably that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Break something. Maybe it doesn't need to come all the way to here. Just breaks it right there.
Yeah.
Nah, it needs a side. It might, with our drawing, I had this point a little bit further ahead of that. I had it somewhere in this range. But what's bugging me, it kind of is taken away from that action with the fork. But that could be because we're looking up at it and not down at it.
True.
No, I think that's perfect. That works.
And we're looking at a yardstick.
Yeah. No, this is the right move right here.
Okay.
Is 28 3/4. Two of those, 28 3/4. So see what I'm saying is, with all these pre-cuts, there's only one place for this stuff to go now. Because we have this and that. So you see we got a definite right there, boom. Boom. Does sound like one of those cooks. Sound like one of those TV show chefs. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what I'm excited for next?
Get into the air conditioning?
No, the comments on the chrome on the headlight.
Oh.
Just kidding. Pretty mini, no?
Mini. So cool. It's so rad.
But I want this to be
Oh.
even more, so that the headlight is like right in there.
Because you're going to be looking out. Are you going to make a hole in the top so your eyes can see
Top
through?
is the windshield.
Ah, I got you. Okay. So cool.
This is basically just to let air come in. But the top, this is the windshield.
Yeah. I love it. I think Big Daddy would be proud.
You heard about the big monster on the little mini bike, right?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
So Ian just asked me if he's in it. So that's what I'm doing right now. You guys are all helping me inspect.
This is what I'm talking about. This thing is like the sights on a rifle, and then you're looking through the windshield.
Like a video game.
Like a video game.
Let me check the back for you. Yeah, your legs are in. Your back is in. Yeah. Talk about custom. Oop. I see little Ian. Little Ian. I have a knack for seeing everyone's inner child. It's one of my gifts. Oh, I love it.
Well, come on back next time. We'll see what other mess we can make. See you then.
Heck yes.